Hello, teachers. How are you? Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending where you are in the world. It's great to have you here. My name is Sol, and I'm really glad to be here talking with you about dynamics we can do to review content with our students once they come back from the break, from the summer break, or from any breaks, where when we're starting the semester or we're starting a new year, and we're like, what do these kids actually remember from the previous term? Did they remember anything about what I taught them? Or maybe you're studying with a new group of students that you don't know it, that they weren't your students in the last term, so you have no idea what they learn, what they remember, and this is a perfect time for teachers to review this, to get to know the class better and see where they need support and where they are ready to move on and learn new things. So we're going to learn a lot of new stuff today. But first, I would love to know a bit about you. So please put here in the chat where you're from, what do you teach? Like, please introduce yourself. You can tell us where you are in the world. If you teach a subject, if you teach early childhood education, please let us know here in the comments. I would love to know where you're from. So I'll be taking a look here at the chat to see your comments. And as I was telling you, we are going to talk today about these activities to review content with our students and see where they are at in the class. And I'm seeing some messages popping in the chat. Thank you all here for for saying hi. Um, and Phil, please introduce yourself. You can give here a thumbs up for me if you're liking the video. And so we're going to start with that. As I was telling you, this can be a really exciting moment, right? Because we're getting to know our students for the first time, but they are also coming back from the break, and it's like, oh, they are kind of like forgetting some stuff they learned on the first term, or maybe there were some things that they still need some reinforcement. So this is the time where we can start reviewing that. But that's also a bit sometimes challenging for the student. Any situation that looks like an exam, that looks like a test, can be a moment where the students can get nervous, they can feel pressure, and they are just coming back to the classroom. So we can have some strategies so where we can see where the students are, where they need more support, where they are ready to move on, without them feeling like they are being, interrogated, that they are going to get a grade, because they are not. We are not giving them a grade for this. We just like want to understand here. We are not grading them. We just want to understand where they are. So how we can do that? There are many strategies, and today I'm going to show you. And I'm seeing here some messages in the chat. I want to say hi here to Doa from Egypt. She teaches history. Hello, we have Omar. Hello, Omar. We have Nada too, saying hello. Hello, everyone. So let's get started, okay? So today we're going to use a platform that is called Teachy. It's called teachy.ai. Some of you already have probably an account. If you don't, no worries. You can create it totally for free. I'm going to put here the link on the chat so you can take a look. It's so you can open it. This is the platform we're going to use. And we're also going to use other strategies beside it. It's called teachy.ai. So I have a free account. This is a platform that is made by teachers and for teachers. And here you can do everything that is related to your classroom. You can teach, you can prepare your lessons way faster. You can grade, you can create exams, you can create some of the games we're going to do today. So there's a lot you can do here in this platform. And as I was sharing with you, I'm using the free version, so you can use it for free, and I'll tell you a little bit of that. Oh, and by the way, this event, like this training, has a free certificate. So please, if you want to access the free certificate, stay until the end. At the end, I'm going to share a form that I'm going to put in the chat. So please check where the chat is at. I'm going to share by the end a link with the certificate, and then you can fill it out, and I'll send it to you in up to 10 days. All right. So let's go with that. Okay, so I have some activities here I want to show to you. And the first one is a wheel of knowledge. Okay, so we're going to ask our students some questions about the topic that we want to review with them, but in a way that they can feel, like it's a game. They can relax. They can have some fun while we see where they are at with this, with this topic that we want to review with them. So today I'm going to show you how to build it, both digital and physical. So depending if you are, a teacher that likes to have everything online, and maybe you can project it on the screen. But if you're more of that kind of teacher that loves to make things by hand and sharing something with the students that they can touch, that they can, in this case, spin this wheel, I also have an option for you. So let me show you. So we're going to build both the questions, the wheel, and the game. Okay, so this is how we're gonna go. First, we need a summary. We need a summary of the topic we want to teach our student. And if you want, you can share with me some topics you are going to review with your students, and I can pick some of the topics that you are going to review or that you're going to teach in the following weeks, so we can use it as an example. Feel free to share it here in the chat. So first, you're gonna choose a topic. It can be any topic that you want to review with your students. And first, we're going to create a material so we can base the questions afterwards. Okay, so let's start with that, and then we're going to build the actual wheel. Okay, so this is the first game. I'm here at Teachy. I'm at the platform. This is the home page. And what you're going to do is click here where it says all. We have a 50 and we have an all. And here you can look for all the tools. Teachy has more than 60 tools that you can do lesson plans, slides. If you teach in adult education, you also have tools for that. We can do games. There are many things that you can do, but we're going to use this one that is called topic summary. So here you can summarize any topic for your students to review afterward. And here we can do, you can choose any topic, like from math to history, whatever you want. And we can do, look, let's do the one that Nada suggested. That is simple present tense for grade 7. Okay. Simple present tense. And we're going to choose for grade 7. Okay. So here you can put the topic if you want. I just put, the topic. But if you're not sure what you're gonna write, of like, is this the best prompt? Well, you can click here what it says change with AI, where you have like these little sparkles, and it's going to improve the prompt for you. So if you're like, oh, I'm not really like great at prompting, I have no idea what to write here, I don't know if I will do it well, well, just like write like what comes to you, and then you have this tool to improve it. And look at this, it gave me some ideas that then I can improve. It says simple present tense. Okay. And it says in scientific writing, focusing on its use in describing established scientific facts and ongoing processes. And maybe this makes sense for you. Maybe you want to focus on scientific writing. Maybe you're like, oh no, I want to focus it, now that I had this idea, on more like literature writing, so like they can do creative writing, and then you can change it, or like, no, like I'm okay with simple present tense, you can just leave it. But I want to give you this option in case it's helpful for you. Here you can choose the grade, as I did, so I choose the 7th grade, and the subject, so let's do English. And if you want, you can also attach files. So if you already have a book or whatever that you want this summary to be based on, you can also click here on attach files, and you can attach any file. And then you hit here on generate, and we're going to build first a little summary that we can give to our students when they are going to review, or that maybe we can use it during the class, that they can read beforehand. and now it's being generated. Okay, it's done. Perfect. So now we have the summary. Okay, and we have, okay, it's a fundamental aspect of English grammar, blah, 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 blah. And we have the basic structure of how the simple tense works. And then we have also use of simple present tense, and it gives you some example of everyday phrases like I drink coffee every morning, or they play basketball on weekends. Okay, we have also general truths and facts, and it says water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and you have it. So we have here different examples. Oh, we have how also you can form questions. We have negative statements. Let's see. And then we have a conclusion. Okay. Amazing. We have our summary. It's done. And here, if you want, you can download it. So you just click here and you can download this as a docs file or as a PDF, whatever you prefer. And then you also have here, you can edit it here also if you prefer. So, okay, we have this summary. But another option, and you can use both, you can use one. Another option I give you before you review the content, like before we do the game, is also you can build a mind map. That's also great options to show your student when you're reviewing the content. It can be really helpful for them to review on their own, and also, to use mind maps as another tool for their studies. And here you can do it on Teachy. You just hit here on mind map, and here we can create a mind map. So I'm going to use the same topic. Okay, simple present tense. I already have the grade. And here we can build our mind map. So it's quite simple. It's like pretty similar to the summary in terms of on the topics, but it's just structured differently. So here you can see like what is the most helpful for you, what your students prefer. You can do both, like it was really fast. So you can also do both. And you have both a tree view and a central theme view. Let's check the central theme view. Also, you can give this other one to your student. It's loading now. And it's good because here you can also edit it. So if you want, you can even, I don't know, oh, I want to change this example of habits, and then you can put another phrase if you want, and you can delete a part. Also, you can add more, like whatever you want. And here, okay, we have this other view. This is up to you. I prefer the tree view. And we have these two contents that we can start reviewing the topic with our class. Okay, so we have this, and now we're going to build some questions that we can use in this wheel. We're going to do this wheel. Let me show you here. Like the idea is that we do a wheel, just like this one, where we have different questions, and students can they can spin the wheel and get the question and play in groups, so we can review. But now we're building the content. Okay, let's come back. Great. We did our mind map. We did our summary. Now let's build the questions. Okay. How are we going to build the questions? So I'm going to come back here just to grab the content of the summary, because I'm going to use this content to build the questions. Okay. So I have this summary that I'm going to give my students so they can read it during the class, after the class. They can have it to study at home, whatever. And now let's build the questions. I'm going to open again here where I have all the AI tools. And as I was telling you, like Teachy has more than 60 tools, and it can be like, oh, how do I find stuff? So you can either search here on the search bar, or here you have some filters. So I'm going on assessments, and here you can find everything that has to do with questions. Okay. Oh, I think I closed it. Sorry. Here it is. So you can build a quiz if you want. But what I'm going to do is create questions based on about a text. So I'm going to grab the summary I just made and I'm going to create some questions based on that. So I can have, both context matching and I can give the summary and the questions to my students. You can also use make about a PDF. So if you already have a summary of your own, you can upload it here directly and you can skip the other step and just go here. You can also create questions about a YouTube video. You can create essays, mock exams. We also have science assessments generator, like if you are working in the STEAM field, some ideas. But let's do questions about the text. Here I'm just copy and pasting. I just copy paste the summary that I just did on Teachy. And here we can put here, well, if you want, if your curriculum has competencies and learning outcomes, here you can type them down and find it inside Teachy. You can select the grade, the same thing. And here we can select how many questions we want. So let's do 10 questions. And you can select if you want open-ended or multiple choice. I'm going to do all of them open-ended. And here you can choose what's the focus of the question. And if you're like, I'm not sure what do you mean, like same as we did before, what I should put here in the prompt, I'm not good at prompting, just click here on the sparkles, on what it says AI ideas, and it's going to give you at least an idea, and you can be like, oh, okay, now I understand. For example, it says focus on sociological aspect and general truth explained in the text. And maybe I can change it. I'm like, oh no, I want to focus, I don't know, on the everyday examples of this topic, like how this topic connects to everyday life. Or here you can choose if you want a specific focus of the question. This is optional, so you can personalize it more, or you can leave it blank. Like this is up to you. And then you click on generate. It's really similar to what we did before. While we wait, I'm going to grab some water. Amazing. In here, we're going to wait to have our questions, and then with the questions, we are going to build our wheel of knowledge, and we're going to have our students spinning this wheel and then answering the questions. Okay. Now we will have here our quiz. It's just loading. Okay, amazing. Okay, so I have list 3 examples from your daily life where you use the simple present tense to talk about scheduled events. Okay, and the group will spin. If they get these questions, they need to say this and they get a point. We also have give an example of how the present tense of the simple present tense is used to express a general truth or fact. We also have give 2 examples of general truth or facts that are commonly expressed using the simple present tense. Let's see the other ones that maybe get a bit harder, so we can switch. Think about your typical day. Again, think about your typical school day. Describe 3 things that you do regularly each day using the simple present tense. For each activity, for each activity, explain briefly why it is part of your daily routine. I'm just trying to zoom in and zoom out. But, we have these questions. And if you want, you can also here edit. If you want, you can switch it to multiple choice. You can make it easier, make it harder. You can make it accessible. You can edit manually. You can also choose to replace the question and get something similar. And also you can add the question if you want. And here you can add your own question, or you can create from the question bank, look on the question bank or create more with AI. If you're like, oh, now I want to add 20 questions instead of 10, well, you can also do that later if you change your mind. Okay, so you like the questions, is like amazing. Here we have some options. You can make it accessible if you want for your students. If you have students with TDHD or maybe students with different learning needs, specific learning needs, you can here adapt it for them. You can download, you can share, you can send it to your students. But here we are going to focus on making the game. All right. So now we have the summary or the mind map or both to review this topic with your students. we have the questions. So now let's build the game. Okay, are we ready? And let me know in the chat what you're thinking so far, how this is looking for you, if you would try it. I'm really curious to know. I'm just taking here a look in the chat, see if there are any questions. I think we're all right to continue. Let's go. Okay, so now we have the questions. So what we're going to do is copy. If you want to do the digital one, let's start with that one. Okay, I'm here. I open this platform is free, is completely free. And what you're going to do is just copy and paste the questions. And let me show you here as an example. I'm going to send for you the link so you can check it out later. This is a free one I found online. And here you can build, you can put all of them. I'm just putting them here. Oh, sorry, here. So what I'm doing is adding it here, and then we have here all the options we can give to our students. Yay. Let's see if I can add one more so we can have some more examples. Okay, amazing. So we have this one, and you can just copy and paste. And then if you have a projector, for example, at the school, you can ask a student to come and spin it. If you are doing online classes, you can also be the one spinning the wheel. But the idea is you just hit on click, like you just click, and it's going to give us one of the questions here. Let's see. And it says, oh, about virtual events. Okay, so we have this one, and then the group that spin the wheel has to answer the question. If they get it right, then they get a point. And if they know, they can try again. You can also pass it to another group. You can decide the rules. But mostly the idea here is that you can see if your student actually remember about this topic that you're trying to review, that maybe they had to learn in the previous term, in the previous semester. So the idea is that you as a teacher can see how much the students are able to use this topic, like answer the questions. But if you are not like, no, I prefer to have something physical for my students, like I want to give them that they can actually spin a wheel in the classroom. If you are that kind of teachers, no worries. You can also do a wheel like this one. So take a look. I find this video online, and it's super easy. If you have some like this kind of cardboards, look, it's just a few elements. You just need to cut it nicely, and then you do the wheel and you put everything together, and that's it. And then in the wheel, you can write the questions if you want, or you can also put numbers. And this way is a way that you can reuse it. Maybe you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can have a set of cards with, I don't know, 1 and the questions, 2 and the question, and you can use the wheel, for other topics in the future. You just change the numbers. I'm going to share both with you so you can take a look then. Let me share it here with you in the chat. Let me know here what you think. Okay, so I'm sharing with you here in the chat the links, both for this digital wheel, the first platform I use, and then if you want the physical wheel, here is like the tutorial I got online that you can take a look. Done. Okay, it's in the chat if you wanna try it. Here it is. If you have all the links, so you can try it you can try both. And here I'm glad to see it's interesting and straight to the point. That's great. And it's a fun way for the students to review. They can also do it in groups. So it's also a team building activity where they can get to know each other a little bit and build that sense of community. So it's an opportunity. Let's come back here again. So look at this. We did this quite fast. So we did first the topic summary and the mind map, and then we built the questions using these tools on Teachy. Then we build the wheels, and then finally you can divide your students, your class, in groups, and then each group like spins the wheel, and they get a question that they have to answer. And this is a fun way for you to review the content. And then I'm going to show you another idea, and I would love to know here what you thought. What are your thoughts in the chat? Will you try it? Is it something you're going to try? Let me know. We have the WhatsApp groups too. We have the WhatsApp group. So if you try it, please let me know. I'm really curious. As I was telling you, I'm using this platform that is called teachy.ai. I'm using the free version, and you can use it too. And here you have, you can build many things. You can do slides. You can plan your whole semester. You can do this kind of games like I just did. You can create exams. You can grade. So take a look. And every Thursday we're going to have a training like this one. So like stay tuned that there's more coming up. You can also share it with your colleagues. So let's go now to the second one. All right. So this second activity I want to suggest to you is called a diagnostic quiz using a chatbot. So instead of maybe answering the questions to you as a teacher, they're going to answer to a chatbot. Okay, and this is what's fun for the students, because it's something different, and sometimes they even feel more relaxed, when they are chatting with a chatbot, because they maybe are more comfortable in asking questions or making mistakes. Sometimes they feel they are not being judged by others, like by the classroom or by an adult, and maybe they feel more comfortable. So first we are going to choose, like, the idea is that you first help your students refresh their memory by the topic, and you can show them a video. You can use a mind map like the one we just did, so they can refresh the topic. Okay, so we always start with some kind of refreshing the content. And here you can use a summary, you can use a video, you can use a mind map. Like, we always start with that. And then we're going to have the students using a review tutor. And this, you can, maybe if you have some computers at your school, or if they can use their cell phones, or if you can have your own device and each of them can try it one at a time. You can see what works best to their reality. But they're going to use a review tutor. That's from Teachy. And then we're also going to analyze how their students went, like how they did, and we can build a learning recovery plan based on that. Because the great thing about this chatbot is that you can see all of the answers from the student, so they can do it in their own, maybe in their own phone, in their own computer, and then you can see everyone's answers. So we're going to build now a review tutor. Okay, so let me come back here to the homepage. And we're going to open here the review tutor, this one. If you don't find it, just open here on the AI tools, and here you can look for review tutor. And it's kind of like an individualized, a tutor that your student has. It's like a teacher just for your. It's like you have a teaching assistant. It's like you're having a teaching assistant that is just making questions and supporting the one student that is chatting with. So it's like having, like 20, 30 teaching assistants for you. And first, we're going to say what's the topic, like we just did. What's the topic of the that we want to review with our students? And let's say we're going to do, I don't know, French Revolution. I don't know. And again, here you're supposed to write what's describe the lesson topic and key concepts for review. And if you're not like, I'm not sure, just hit here on the sparkles and Here I have all the key concepts of the French Revolution. We have Enlightenment ideas, region of terror, rise of Napoleon, social and political causes. You have all, all of the topics, and you can here, if you want, delete some stuff, add more. Here you can choose the grade. Let's say they are a bit older. Okay, they say the 10th grade. And just hit on generate. And I chose French Revolution, but you can do like basic math. You can do water cycle. You can do whatever you can do, geography, like any topic you want. And we have the title. I can add an R here. And you can change the prompt. So if you want, you can adjust it later on, no problem. And this is what our students are going to see. So our students are going to see exactly this. Like it's going to say, hello, I'm Lara, your quiz buddy. Get ready to test your knowledge of French Revolution. No. And we say, let's get started. And this is what the student will see. And we say, yes, I'm ready. And it say, okay, let's start with an easy one. And it gives us a level 1 question. What was the state system in pre-revolutionary France? And we have 4 options. We have a system of taxation, a social hierarchy, a political organization, and a religious order. And the student can say A, B, C, and I'm going to say, oh, it's B, whatever. And it says, oh, yeah, that the state system was indeed a social hierarchy that divided the French society into 3 states. And we have the first state, that was the clergy, the second state, the nobility, and the third state, the commoners. Well done. It's like, okay, I did great. And I earned 10 points. And explain me why my question was all right. Let's say it says, which Enlightenment thinker is known for advocating the ideas of natural rights, including life, liberty, and property? And I'm just going to say like let's say D, And it says, oh, that's a good try, but not quite right, And it says the correct answer is John Locke. He is known for his ideas about natural rights, with blah, 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 and explains why it's right, and it always gives a hint. It says Locke believed that individuals have inherent rights that should be protected by the government. It says, no worries, you're doing great. And we go with the next question, and so on, and so on. The student's going to review, and then the chatbot will say if it's correct, if it's wrong, and why it's or not, like what is correct or is not correct. And you can send it to your student. So you can hit here where it says send to their students. Let's see this interesting part. And you can also add it to a lesson. So if you want, you can start putting all of your materials into one place. So I could put a mind map about the French Revolution, a summary, some slides, and send everything to my student, or have it organized just for me. And here, well, we can send it to your students. So I'm just going to click here, send to students, and I'm going to choose like one of my classrooms. If you don't have a classroom, you just will have here the option to invite your students to a classroom. And if you want, you can even send it to specific students. So if you're like, no, I actually have just like 4 students who need to review French Revolution, or maybe that they are, I don't know, doing great on the other topics. So I want them to start with French Revolution because, I want to challenge them, whatever. You can also just select a group of students if you want. Here you have the content, and we can send it to our students. Okay. And now I'm going to show you how the student will see it. So we can do the whole cycle of how the student will see it. But before we go to that, now that we build the chatbot, I want to show you how you can use Teachy for free every day. So as you saw, every time I'm building any material like slides, you will see here there's like 100, and aligning. That means it's going to consume 100 credits. But every day you can gain more credits. You just need to click here at the top right corner where we have the plus 200. And you just click here. And just like that, I have now my 2-day streak. And you can come back every day to get these credits. But if you want, you can also hit here on increase your limit. And here you can refer a friend. So if you invite a colleague to create an account on Teachy, you can send them the link and you will get 600 credits. And you can also get a premium plan if you want, that is going to give you unlimited access. So you're going to get unlimited credits. Both the free version and the premium version has access to all the tools I show you, only that the free version has unlimited credits. And here you can check it out. Here I have the price on dollars because we have people from all around the world, but you will see it in your local currency. And if you want to get an unlimited plan, it will be like about $5 a month for an annual plan that is like 12 months. Or you can also get a monthly plan that is like a Netflix subscription that every month gets renewed for you, and it's $7.50. Here you can check it out if you want it, and you can also redeem your credits every day. Yeah, it's free to log in. Yeah. It's free to log in if you want, and you can come back every day, redeem 200 credits, and you don't need to use it the same day that you are redeeming the credits. So you can come back every day and redeem every day. And if you want to use it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then you can use it those days. But if you're going to use it way more and you don't want to worry about having to redeem the credits, then you can also get an unlimited plan that I just sent you the link if you want to check it out. But now we can go continuing the explanation. I just wanted to show you how you can continue using the app for free or with the plan, whatever makes sense for you. All right. So let me now switch my screen so I can go to my student account, because Teachy also has just like what we saw for teachers, but designed for students. So it's focused on studying. And the good thing is that you as a teacher can see everything that your student does inside the platform. So you can select which tools they get access. You also get reports on how they are doing. If they do an exam inside Teachy, then you're going to get a dashboard to see how each of your students is doing. So I'm just going to, let me just switch my screen real quick. And also it's free for students. You can add as many students as you want. If you want, you can add, like, if you have 30 students and you have 20 classes of students, you can add all of them, no worries. But let me here change my screen. And I will get some, in the middle, I just get some water because I keep talking and I'm like, oh my God. Let me see. Oh, and I see some people already got their points. It's great. Here it says, Avla is saying, yeah, I tried, ma'am. I got the points. Amazing. Yeah. If you haven't redeemed your credits today, go do that. Okay, so I have here, this is how Teachy looks like for the student. So we have it here. This is like, I have my overall performance as a student. I'm not doing great in this classroom, in this class. You have a focus area so the students can see where they're having difficulty, like that's automatic and students can review on their own. And we have resources. So we have here our resources of French Revolution. We have this activity and I'm just going to open it. Let's get started. And it looks just like what we did, like what we just did. But I just want to show you a little bit of how then it looks like when you fill it out. And okay, I have the first question. That's where were the three states in the state system and which group of people did each state represent? And I'm gonna say like, we have the commoners, we have the religious power, and I'm just using here my own words. And we can say the bakers. That we know that's not a correct answer. The bakers. And let's see what it says. And it says, and it says, oh, you're on the right track, but with commoners. But let's clarify a bit. And it says the three states are, and we have the first state, and we have the correct name, for the religious leaders. We have the novelty, that's something I didn't wrote, and the commoners. And it says, so the bakers will be part of the third state, but they are in a separate state. Like, that's just something I invented. And it gives me a hint of what's the actual answer. And it says, no worries, let's continue. And it gives me a second question. And it gives me, oh, what's the ideas? And I can say, and here we can keep answering each of the questions as a student, but I just wanted to show you real quick. And I'm going to come back. This is how, like, what we look like to your students. And now I'm going to show you, now once your students have answered, you can now see their answers inside Teachy. So we are here, and what I'm going to do is open classes. We have it here. Here you will have all of your group of students, and I have this one, that is the one I was sending to them. And you have here like a dashboard where you have the class average, how they perform in every subject. You can see the lowest grades in the class, you can see the highest grades, and it's really cool because you can click on details and you can see how, like, the grade book, you can create a plan for them. You have even a summary made by AI on how the student is doing, the tools they use, how they are doing throughout each of the tests. And you can even create like a quiz for them in there, like the ones that they are doing the best. So it's like, oh, my student is doing great on math, so I'm going to create a quiz for them so they can be challenged on this topic that they are already doing well. Or I need to help them in this other topic, like English, that they have so many mistakes. It's like they are not so good at English. So I'm going to create a personal quiz for my student. And you can do that for all of your students real quick. Something that if we do it like one by one will take us like ages. And here you can do it quicker. So we're here, we have here this menu, and I'm going to hit here on submissions/grading. And here I have everything I have sent to my students, and I have the responses. You see, I have my French Revolution chatbot responses, and I can see my student Sol, that is me, the history. If you had 20 students, you will have all of them here. And here I can see how my student did. And review is like exactly what I just answered. You have it all here, so you can see the chat history. And the student has the chat history too, so they can also review it, like how they did. And here, the great thing is that they can do it on their own, and maybe they feel more comfortable of making mistakes with the chatbot. They can also ask questions to the chatbot if they want to learn more. And the chatbot will never talk about anything that is not the topic. Like they cannot starting to ask the chatbot about the water cycle or like what's their name and their story. No, the chatbot is going to stick on the topic. And once you have this, once that okay, like Peter is having troubles with this part of French Revolution, and Mary is having this challenge, but just doing great on this other part. Now you can build an individualized plan for each of these students, so you can help them keep track of the rest. So now we're going to do that. So we build the chatbot. They try, they answer the question. We saw the answers, and now we can build a plan for each of them because okay, we know where students are having issues. Like we diagnose they are having issues with and like this content that we are reviewing, but now we can build a plan for them. So we're going here on AI tools where it says all tools, and we're going to find this tool here. It's learning recovery plan. So we're going to create a plan focused on addressing the students' learning challenges. And here you can say how much time do you have? So do you have a week? Do you have 3 weeks? Do you have just 1 day? Like the time that you have available to review this content that we know we are reviewing, but we need to prep to teach the new content. So it depends on how much time you have. Um, and I want to check here the questions. Okay, I can answer these questions about the app afterwards. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and I'll check them in a minute. Um, and okay, amazing. So I'm going to put here the learning topics. And here we can say, we can use a different topic, let's say water cycle. So my students, I review the content water cycle, and I see my students are having a problem with this one, and we have water cycle, chemical reactions, and energy transfers in ecosystem for 10th grade. You can select the grade, you can select the subject, and give some context. So here you can say many things. You can say, oh, my student, like, it's great, like with everything that is artistic, like she loves drawing, and I see she learns through visual examples, so I want to bring this. Or maybe you can say that, oh, my student, it's great at writing, so I want to like build this learn recovery plan around writing. I know, here you can choose, you can share more about your student, or you can leave it blank. And then we hit on generate. Yes. So we have it all around. We have it all here. Um, so now we just wait a few minutes while it's writing, but we already have, okay, it's done. We have the objective, and we have, as we have 5 days, we have what we can do each day. So for day one, we start with the water cycle, and we have in the morning, we have a lecture and a discussion. In the afternoon, we have an interactive activity where the students can create a diagram on the water cycle, and we assign them a reading so they can like read a bit like a chapter book from about the water cycle. And in the evening, they can write a reflection on the significance of the water cycle. Then on day two, we go to chemical reactions, and we have an introduction. Then we have discuss real world application of chemical reactions. We then have a lab activity and a worksheet. And then day four, we go with energy and transferring the ecosystem. We have some group activities. And then day four, we have some review and practice. We can do a Q&A session to clarify doubts. And then in the assessments and reflection, we conduct a short test covering all three topics to assess understanding. And we discuss the results with them. And at the end, we write a reflective essay on what was learned and during the recovery plan and how it can be applied in real life. And then we have the materials needed, the expected outcomes, and that's it. And we can have an individualized plan for the group if we see like, okay, there's a big group here that has a problem with this, and I need to recap with this with the whole classroom. Or it can be something also individual for one student. This like will depend on the context of your classroom, on the resources available, the time available. But the great thing here is that you can just like type down your context, and AI will do the rest and create a personalized plan for you. So just to recap, we did this diagnostic quiz with the chatbot. So the idea is that first you refresh the student memories with a video, with a mind map, with a summary. Then they go and they chat a little bit with the chatbot. And then you can analyze all of these questions to see, okay, where is my classroom having like more challenges, and building a learning recovery plan for them, for one student, for the whole class. And you can have, 3 days. They are like, okay, it's French Revolution, the topic that they are having the biggest challenges. So let's do a learning recovery plan about this, and we can go on with the water cycle because they are doing great. So you can adapt it to the reality of your student. So these are two ideas I wanted to share with you. We did the Wheel of Knowledge, that is kind of like a Q&A game in groups, and you have the digital option and the physical one, and then we have the chatbot. Okay, so these are two ideas you can adapt to your classroom. It was great to see here that some teachers Nada was saying that she will try tomorrow as an application, and I'll use it in my class when we start school in September. Please, Nada, let me know how it goes if you try it tomorrow. I'm really curious to see what you think. And in place, if you do it with your student, I love to see like these ideas in practice. Uh, oh, this is great. We find an amazing tool for teachers. Yeah, like the difference that I was saying that some people were asking is that um, this platform difference with other AI platforms is that this one is designed for teachers. So you will see you can choose the grades. You have everything organized for the teachers' needs, and there's also a pedagogical team that is behind trying to bring the best practices of education, like for example active methodologies, bringing real life example. Those are all proven methodologies that help students to learn better, to be more engaged. And that's something that teacher already has it built from the inside, built for teachers and by teachers. So I really hope that it's going to save you some times in the planning, and you can spend more time for what matters the most to you. And this can be having some free time in the weekends to spend with your family instead of staying grading, or being able to build a connection with that student that you're not being able to connect with, but now you have the time to focus on the student. So I this is my goal hopefully. So hope you can try this out. Here Marina was asking if you'll get a recording. Yeah, the recording is going to stay here. If you're watching it on Facebook, it will be here in the profile. If you're on YouTube, you just go here in like this same link, and once the stream is over, you can watch the recording again. So you can watch it tomorrow, you can watch it in September, like whenever you want. And each Thursday we're going to have a training at this same time. So if you like it, stay tuned, because next week we have another one. um, so yeah, this is all recorded, you can check it whenever you want. I'm going to share with you the link of the certificate in a minute. So please, if you want to get the certificate, then stay tuned for the chat. Then I'm going to share it in a minute. Okay. Um, and I'm just going to check, ma'am, is there any limitation for preparing lesson plans or using any other tools? No, you can use any. If you are using the free version or the premium version, you have all the tools available. You can create lesson plans, you can create slides for about any topic and any grade. So it's just like going there and doing it. So no, I believe you can create as many slides and lesson plan as you want. Here Nada was asking, do I aid students to the created class using their emails? Yes. You need to write and give an email, so they can also create an account using Teachy, and they can explore it on their own. They have resources there to study. So yeah, you can add their email. So they can access then the chatbot or the exam, like whatever, any materials that you send them. Okay, let me see if there are any other questions. I just want to check. Yeah, clarify. Amazing. Amazing. And if you still have any doubts, like, oh, then I remember about this, how do I use that? You will see that in Teachy, in any of the pages, you have this question mark here at the top, at the bottom right corner. You just click there, and here you can chat with the support team of Teachy. You have some frequently asked questions, so hit here that you can also get more support if you need to. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the link of the certificate. You're going to receive your certificate in up to 10 days. We'll try to deliver it earlier, but up to 10 days you get it. Please fill out the certificate. And please, if you still don't have an account on Teachy, to be able to access it through Teachy. So here on the top right corner, let me go on my other account. On the top right corner, where you have your profile picture, or you have also your initials, you will see here. Just one moment. Here, okay. Here you will have your name, And here you have my profile. So hit on my profile, and here you're going to find all of your certificates. So here's where we're going to send a certificate for you, and you will have it here. You have achievements and you have certificates, and you will have it here. It will say AI Master and the date of the training, and then you click on there, and here you're going to have the certificate. You can download it, you can print it, you can share it. Here you'll have the title. You click here on view, you click on download, and you will have it. So please, when you're going to fill out the certificate, put the same email that you use when you created your Teachy account. You know that it's going to be here under your name. So we know it was you, and we can put it on the on the platform. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the link of the certificate, and fill it out, put here, let me know what were your thoughts of the training, if you liked it, and please put your email. Use the same email you had when you created your Teachy account, and in up to 10 days you will see it in your profile. Thank you so much. I see here some children. It says looking forward for the next session. I thank you so much. That I highly appreciate your efforts. I'm also looking forward, and thank you so much for your kind words. I had a lot of fun, and it's great to be here chatting with you and also exchanging ideas. So if you have other ideas of topics, or if you're like, oh, we can do these review activities, or I did this and it worked great with my classroom, like put it here. I want to learn from you too. So please fill out the certificate. It's here in the chat. So take a look at the chat, and in up to 10 days, you'll have it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up for me, please. And I will see you hopefully or next Thursday, or yeah, I'll see you next Thursday. And yeah, hope you have a great day, a great evening, depending where you are in the world. And well, take advantage of this platform, use it, save time, and let's give better classes together, okay?